Good evening. Please join me in standing as you are able in giving pledge to our great country as we stand. Yay, yes, our great country. You can cheer. Yes, yes, our great country. Yay. As we stand and face our flag, putting our hand over our heart and saying our pledge allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to our flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yay!
Great job.
Oh, sweet can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly waved at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you.
Please go ahead and be seated. Thank you, Amber. That was an amazing rendition of our national anthem. Thank you all for your patience tonight. I know we got started a little bit late, but that's because we had a record number of attendees, not just graduates, but family and friends, and I want to thank you for your patience. You look marvelous, class of 2016. I will tell you, it gave Dr. Vincent and I a little bit of a scare that we ran out of chairs, but we'll make better accountability for that next year. Anyway, family, friends, board of trustees, faculty, staff, and guests, welcome to Mount San Jacinto College's commencement for the class of 2016. I'm Roger Schultz, the Superintendent President of MSJC, and I invite you all to join me in once again applauding the accomplishments of the class of 2016. But before we get started, these graduates really do deserve our undivided attention. So please turn off or silence your cell phones so there are no distractions. The use of drones and lasers are prohibited during the use of this ceremony. You may think that isn't necessary, but we had an issue last year. Anyway, operating one of these devices within the bowl anyone will be escorted from the premises. For those of you who want to snap a few photos of your graduate, when they come off the stage, you'll notice an area right behind the red tape over here. So please go ahead and make your way down. Just as soon as you take your photo, though, please go ahead and leave the area so it'll make room for the next person coming through the area. For your safety, we have security staff wearing yellow jackets all throughout the amphitheater. There are security officers, Riverside County Sheriff's deputies, and staff positioned throughout the bowl as well to help with the foot traffic, and if there's any emergency needs that you may encounter. So thank you. Now, on to the reason we're really here. Let me get started, though, by first introducing our platform party. And we couldn't have a great college that we do without the leadership of a great board of trustees, and I'm pleased to introduce Tom Ashley, the chair of our board of trustees. Mr. Bill Zimmerman, a clerk for the board of trustees. Dr. Sherry Guerrero, trustee. Mrs. Dorothy McGargle, trustee. And our student trustee, Liliana Gomez. Also on the platform with me, of course, a little bit later, you're going to hear from Ken Young, our superintendent of schools. We have Dr. Rudy Besikoff, our vice president of instruction. Dr. Bill Vincent, our vice president of student services. Mrs. Becky Elam, our vice president of business services. We also have with us, representing the faculty leadership tonight and our classified senate leadership, we have Mrs. Lorraine Slattery-Farrell. Dr. Stacy Searle Chapin. From the classified senate, we have Elizabeth Mascaro and Maria Aquino. And we also have our student speakers tonight. I'd like to introduce them as well. Of course, you've already heard Prudence Irvin Gurin-Detzel, who gave us the Pledge of Allegiance. Prudence. You can wave your hand or stand up, Prudence. We're also going to hear from Diana Medina. And then we're also going to have Jason Botello Ferguson. You'll know you'll be getting towards the end when you hear Tamara Russell stand up and do the turning of the tassel. And I would also like to introduce our SGA president, Ariel Iniguez. All right, this year's commencement theme, oh, you know what? I forgot one person. She was originally supposed to be up here, but let's have one more round of applause for Amber Quadra, who's graduating, who sang the national anthem tonight. This year's commencement theme, Celebrating Access, Your Key to Achievement and Accountability and Opportunity, embodies the mission, vision, and values of Mount San Jacinto College. Tonight, a door is opening for you. MSJC provided you with access to higher education. Your dedication and commitment has prepared you for this day. And as you pass through that door, many more opportunities await you. Your hard work at MSJC will not only benefit you in your future, but sets an example for others in our communities and your families. You have shown that the key to a better future is through higher education. The MSJC faculty, staff, and administration have worked very hard to increase access for our students and to provide a network of support that improves learning, removes barriers to a quality education, and protects the rights of all of our students. There are a few things I want you to remember about MSJC as you move into the future. First, MSJC has been providing quality education since 1963. Thousands of students have earned degrees and become successful members of the communities in our 1,700 square mile district and beyond. MSJC plans to educate thousands more for generations to come, thanks to the voters of our district. Just a couple years ago, who helped us pass a $295 million bond that will build the classrooms and provide the technology the students will need in the future. From the San Gorgonio Pass to Temecula, from San Jacinto to Menifee to the I-15 corridor, the bond funding will help us provide our communities with access to MSJC. Here are some other key facts that will make you proud of your community college. Did you know that Mount San Jacinto College is the fastest growing community college in California, and it's projected to be the #1 growth school next year as well? We grew by 11% this year. That's well over the next runner-up in the state, which saw 7% growth. Clearly, MSJC is a leader in growth, and people are attracted to us for our quality education. We also lead in awards. Did you know that for the 7th year in a row, MSJC was voted the best college in the Inland Empire by the Reader's Choice Award of the Press Enterprise? That competition, we can clap. Let's clap for that. I think we should be proud of that. And that's just not among community colleges. That includes 2- and 4-year schools, public and private colleges throughout the Inland Empire. And did you know that MSJC was named one of the top 150 colleges across the nation? That's correct. Yeah. Well, again, applaud. The Aspen Institute out of Washington, D.C. named MSJC as one of the top in its Community College Excellence Recognition Program. And MSJC contributes to a strong workforce and economy. This institution provides the education for nurses, firefighters, law enforcement officers, and EMTs who serve in your communities. We provide the education for students who transfer to 4-year institutions to become medical doctors, teachers, technology experts, business people, and scientists, just to name a few. Our students are leaders too. Since 2004, 11 MSJC students have received the prestigious Jack Kent Cook Award that gives them $40,000 a year renewable scholarship for transfer, and many other colleges have yet to see their students experience that at all. MSJC honor students earn awards each year at the annual California Honors Research Conference. Our students consistently rank at the top of all the California community colleges, being selected to the All-California academic teams. I want to take this opportunity to thank the outstanding MSJC faculty for their commitment, their leadership, and encouragement that they provide our students. Please give them a round of applause. So I could really indulge the research office tonight and give you a lot more statistics, but I'm not. Yes, Dean Moore, I'm not going to. I'd rather show the public what makes up the class of 2016. We are proud and honored that you have chosen to attend, and now let's show the guests exactly who you are. If you're the first in your family to graduate from college, please stand. Okay, thank you. Please be seated. If you're a veteran who served in the military, please stand. This next one's always interesting. If you are a parent, child, husband and wife, siblings, or family members graduating together this evening, please stand. Thank you. How about single parents? Thank you. Did you work full-time getting through MSJC? Stay standing. How about all those of you who worked at least part-time? So all of you that worked. All right, we got some multitaskers. You're well prepared for the future. Have you come to MSJC from another state or another country? And how about if you've secured a job in the field that you studied here at MSJC? I know the nurses didn't stand, but in a few months they're all going to be standing. So. And lastly, if you plan to transfer to a 4-year institution to continue your education, please stand up. Will the remaining graduates please stand? Everybody in the class stand, please. Family, friends, visitors, Board of Trustees, this is MSJC's class of 2016. Go ahead and be seated. Tonight, each graduate will receive a key-shaped pin after they receive their diploma inscribed with the name MSJ Mount San Jacinto College. This pin symbolizes the theme of tonight's commencement, celebrating access, your key to achievement and opportunity. It's now time to turn our attention to how you got here, or rather, who helped you get here. You probably wouldn't have arrived at this threshold without a great support team. MSJC's faculty and classified staff are a dedicated group of professionals. They are committed to doing their part to help you succeed. Faculty, please stand, and let's give them another applause for the gratitude they deserve. Classified staff, will you please join the faculty, or this, the classified now? Classified staff, can you stand? Any of our classified team or administrators? Now let's take a look at the other people who supported you. Those of you in the audience who are the parents, grandparents, or guardians of the graduates, or significant others, please stand. Will the children of any of the graduates please stand? Let's give them all a round of applause to say thank you for all their support. Now, this one, I'd like to ask all the MSJC alumni to stand, and anyone in the audience that has even taken a few classes at MSJC, please join them in standing. So if you're an MSJC alum, please stand. Wow, even with the sun I'm impressed. Anyway, all of you are evidence of the importance of MSJC and the access to a community college and an education. All of you are part of the MSJC family. The MSJC alumni are instrumental in helping our MSJC Foundation raise money for student scholarships. Since 1983, the foundation has awarded $2.6 million in scholarships and book loans. Just as every graduate needs the support of family, friends, and faculty and staff to help reach their goals, the foundation needs the support of the alumni. That's all of you. Please pay it forward and support the college and future graduates. As you join the ranks of MSJC alumni, please make sure you find out more about the MSJC Foundation and friend us on the MSJC Alumni and Friends Facebook page. Graduates, let's give all those who supported you another round of applause. Lastly, following this commencement, some of you will move on to four-year universities. Some of you will begin careers. As you do, please remember to share your experiences at MSJC and tell your story to others and encourage them to support the community college experience where we celebrate access, your key to achievement and opportunity. Congratulations, class of 2016. It is truly my pleasure to introduce briefly our keynote speaker for tonight, Riverside County Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Ken Young. You have a full detailed biography in your program on page 6, but I want to highlight just a little bit for you. Ken Young has served as the elected Riverside County Superintendent of Schools since 2007. He is the 11th county superintendent in the county's 123 history. Mr. Young also served as the Riverside County Deputy Superintendent of Schools. For the past 3 years, Superintendent Young has chaired the state's Public Schools Accountability Act Committee, serving as an advisor to both the state superintendent and the State Board of Education on the overhaul of California's education accountability system. Ken Young is a nationally respected leader in education and, most importantly, a friend to all of you and a great friend and supporter of Mount San Jacinto College. Please join me in welcoming Ken Young to the mic.
Good evening, students, family, friends. What an impressive group that's gathered here, and I was just stunned at the number of students, graduates, who stood up saying they're going to be transferring on to a four-year university. The transfer rate in the state of California is 18%, And I think about 80 to 85% of these students stood up. It's unbelievable. Congratulations on that, students. Unbelievable. Earlier this evening, I was looking out across the valley, noticing what a beautiful location this is to have a gathering such as this. The view is always different at the higher elevation. And students, your elevation, your education has helped you have a different point of view than when you started. Some of you might have started just 2 years ago. Some of you might have started a long time ago and for whatever reason couldn't finish and came back. I saw someone holding up a sign over here that said, "Go Dad, we love you." And I'm thinking about the number of people who stood up who are the parents, and they have children in the audience today. It's so amazing to see what happens when someone has a spark that takes place in their life that causes them to want to further their education, especially when they've lived on this earth a little while. Students, as I'm also looking out across the valley, I remember reading about the history of our area here. In 1893, when the county was formed, there were only 1,400 students, period, in the entire county. Today, just in our kindergarten through 12th grade system, we have 430,000 students. It has really grown a lot. We have about 290 elementary schools that feed into about 90 middle schools that feed into 56 regular high schools and another 40 alternative schools. And all of those eventually feed into the community college districts. We have 4 community college districts in our county. We have Riverside Community College District, we have College of the Desert, we have Palo Verde, and we have Mount San Jacinto Community College District here. I have a chance to work with all of these college districts, and I have to tell you that you have a very unique, special college district here. I say that for a couple of reasons. It's been important for our students to have access to higher education also at their high school campus. That doesn't happen very often in places across the country. Students can take advanced placement courses that give them college credit, but it's different when you can have students that are actually taking college courses and getting college credit on high school campuses and not having to worry about taking a particular AP course. And Mount San Jacinto has led the way in the state of California in expanding what we call dual enrollment. They're enrolled in high school and they're enrolled in college, and they're getting credit for this. And the courses are just as rigorous, and your school has been very cooperative in helping that to happen. And it is, I'll use the word blessing, the lives of thousands of students in the high school. It gives them a big head start. They come to your school much better prepared for getting their post-secondary education. And it's very forward-thinking on the part of your school district. A couple of years ago, I received a call from Secretary Arne Duncan. And he said, "Superintendent Young, I would like for you to invite you to come to Washington, D.C. and bring a team of people with you to help raise the college completion rate in our country. I'd like you to bring some people from the university, from the community colleges in your area, from the school districts, from the business community. And I'd like you to come back here and hear what we're going to be talking about, and I'd like to ask that you would be willing to lead a commitment in your region of the state of California to help more students get ready for college." Well, you may not be aware of this, but the education rate, those who are adults who have any kind of a post-secondary degree at all in our region is 28%. It's the second lowest in the United States. So we need what is happening here tonight in our region. So our team went back to Washington, D.C., and Mount San Jacinto was part of that team. And they came back as leaders in the work. They've been helping us work with our curriculum in our high schools to make it more better aligned with what is needed when students get into college. And they're pushing that out. They're leading the way in that across our region here. They've been cooperative in providing counselors to help at our schools, help students be better prepared for college. There are some amazing things that are happening with the community college district that you are part of, and I am honored to be here tonight to share some of that with you. One of the things we've been pushing with their help and great support is to encourage students to apply for the free financial aid that's available, the FAFSA applications. Our FAFSA applications in our county have almost doubled in the last 2 years, and Mount San Jacinto Community College District has been pushing this area. We've also been encouraging students to apply to 3 or more colleges, and the number of students that are doing that is increasing significantly. Now, there's another little story that I want to just share with you, because we're trying to create, I'll call it a college-going culture across our county, because for 100 years that was not the case. In 1893, when our county was formed, this land was mostly ranches and farms. There was not a need to go to college. In fact, to the best of my recollection, we did not even have a college in Riverside County in 1893. I'm not sure that we had a community college, because we only had about 4 high schools. There wouldn't have been the need for that, to have post-secondary education. In fact, I remember seeing pictures of a couple of those high schools, and they were actually 2-story buildings, and the elementary school was a 1-room schoolhouse downstairs, and the high school was upstairs. In Lake Elsinore, the upstairs was a high school, and the downstairs was a bank. And in 1911, the voters passed a $24 million bond to build their first high school, and I remember reading about a 90-year-old resident who walked 5 miles in the rain. It wasn't 3 feet of snow, and it wasn't, feeding the farm thrashers out there, but she walked in a pouring rainstorm 5 miles to cast her vote in support of that bond measure. And your equivalent of that has been done in this community to help build schools here. It's a great thing. Look what has happened since then. The Great Recession that took place a few years ago taught all of us the importance of education. When we look at the results of those who were unemployed, the longest during that period of time, it was those that did not have education beyond high school. And we looked at those who were, did I say that right? Those who had employment the longest had education beyond high school, and those who were out of employment the longest did not. And those who were unemployed the very longest were those who did not complete high school. I'm pleased to tell you that this year, our county has the 3rd highest graduation rate for high school in the state of California at 87.4%. In the last 9 years, we have increased from 8th place in the state up to 3rd, and we're right on the heels of 2nd place. That is a big accomplishment for an area that for a long period of time, that was not an important thing, because back in the 50s and 60s, when some of us were still in school, you didn't need a high school education to get a job. You could find work. But today, in the 21st century, you need an education beyond high school, whether it's in-state, out-of-state, community college, university, public, private, trade skill, technical skill, the military, the armed forces. You're going to need additional education if you want to have a decent standard of living for yourself and your family. So what you've done here tonight, what is represented tonight by the diploma that you are receiving, the certificate that you're getting tonight, is very monumental. It's very important. I want to encourage all of you to not let your learning end here. I know it's not, because most of you are going off to post-secondary education from here. You're going off to the university. But for those that are not, and for those that are, there's going to come a point in time when you're going to get your diploma, your next diploma, and don't let that be the end of it either, because I have found that I learn every day in my job, every single day. I learn from my work, and I learn from my family. I'll close with this. I used to think that when our 6 kids grew up and left the home and finally got married and got employed, that it was over. It was great. Parenting was going to be just a breeze, because all you do is have to talk to them on the phone once in a while. I'm just kidding. But I have to tell you, it's more work when they're older than it was when they were younger, in many ways. So I usually tell the high school students this, because I have the chance to speak at about 16 high school graduations each year. I usually tell them this, and I don't know that it's going to apply here, but you can get the gist of it. So tonight, Mom and Dad, who are here in the graduating class, are going to think their hat size grew a little bit tonight. And it did, but they've accomplished something very special. And they're going to feel different inside. They are going to feel different, and they should. They have accomplished something very important, very significant, and we should all be proud of them. For those that are students and your parents are out there, depending upon your age, the parents may still be saying, I wish they'd act like a grown-up. So, parents, this is where some of this comes in. We find that tonight, you might have thought when they graduated from high school they might act like a grown-up. I'm sure tonight, if there was any of that left in them, it's probably faded out, and you'll find that this is a person who is focused, and they know where they're headed. They have direction. I recently shook the hands of several hundred students that were leaving one of our high schools in graduation. I always ask them, where are you going? And I was stunned because 9 years ago when I asked that question, many of them said, I have no clue. Almost 90% of them said, I'm going to college, because they know where they're going, and they know how to get there. And students, tonight, you knew where you needed to be. It's been a journey for you, and you have gotten there. The door is open to your future. If it had been closed before, it's open now. And you can open it further by what you do with your life from here on out. If you're working somewhere, be the absolute best employee that you possibly can, and you will be amazed at what happens in your life, in your family, in your community. We need you. And you know what else? The faculty here needs teachers. Some of you might have been inspired by a teacher that was here or somewhere else. California has a teacher shortage right now, and we would love to have some of you come back and be in the teaching profession. Think about that. Okay, it's time to get on with the ceremony here. I'm so proud of all of you. Congratulations, class of 2016. God bless you, and go forward in the future. Thank you.
Sinnoh class of 2016, members of the board, President Schultz, Vice Presidents Besikoff and Vincent, honored guests, and fellow students, good evening. In high school, I was sure I would be going straight to a four-year university. After all, I had been involved in student government, sports, and I had always been a pretty good student. And that's what smart students do, right? They go straight to a four-year university. Well, like many of you, that's what I always believed. I have always been told that students at community college are only there because they didn't get into four-year universities. So I was not happy about attending Mount San Jacinto College. However, quickly after starting my classes at Mount San Jacinto, I realized that everything I have been told about community college was a lie. My experiences at Mount San Jacinto have taught me education is accessible for everyone who is willing to work for it. So who is this college for? It is for the student who was accepted to a four-year university but cannot afford it. Mount San Jacinto allows us to accomplish many, if not all, of our educational goals without accumulating significant debt. It is for the student who struggles with the learning disability. Mount San Jacinto enables us to have the one-on-one student from helpful and caring faculty and staff. It is for the mother or father who can only take night and online classes while struggling the responsibilities of being a parent. It is for the veteran, and thank you, who have served for our country and are ready to continue their education. It is for the senior citizens who want to continue their education for their own personal growth. It is for the student who may have provided themselves a few additional learning opportunities beyond those of high school, but have now found their path. Now, you graduates are probably wondering why I'm telling you this, since you already know. My point is that I want every single person who came to watch you graduate to feel as they can achieve the same accomplishment if they so desire. Today, we can all agree that education has transformed us. Now, it is our responsibility to transform others, to help them achieve what we have achieved. I know that as the first member of my family to go to college, I will be encouraging my mom, dad, aunts, uncles, and even grandparents to continue their education on their path. Now that my community college career is coming to an end, I can confidently say that I am proud to have attended Mount San Jacinto College. Mount San Jacinto College has given me hope, great hope, for my future and the future of the community that surrounds this college. Mount San Jacinto has prepared me well for the next stop on my educational path. Although I had many numerous local choices, in the fall I will be attending the University of California, Riverside. But no matter where we will be in the fall, we are all representatives of Mount San Jacinto, our starting point. Mount San Jacinto gives us access, which is our key to achievement and opportunity. Now let us be eagles and soar. Special thank you to the Puente program for giving me the skills, strength, and motivation to finish. Thank you to the Mount San Jacinto Student Government Association for teaching me life lessons that I will never forget. And thank you, Mom and Dad, for doing all you can to support me. Congratulations.
Diana, great job. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As the Vice President of Instruction, it is my great privilege to present to our Superintendent President and to the Board of Trustees the Mount San Jacinto College Class of 2016. This year is very special. MSJC is awarding 1,979 associate degrees, as well as 155 certificates for an impressive total of 2,134 awards. It's also a great time to blaze a new trail. And among these graduates, there are 6 who are our first class of completers from a business cohort, which is MSJC's innovative 2+2 business degree program. Congratulations to you. These and all our graduates are truly remarkable. Dr. Schultz mentioned the achievements of our student body, and I would like to continue to highlight some specific student accomplishments this evening. Each year, Mount San Jacinto College recognizes the highest achieving students at our honors convocation, which was held on May 10th at the San Jacinto campus. 109 scholars were presented a total of 129 certificates for their exemplary contributions to academia. These students were nominated not by just a few, but by 29 staff, faculty, and administrators who thought greatly of their achievements. And they are among a group of exceptional students that make up the class of 2016. There are also some individual student honors that need to be highlighted this evening. Vanessa Heighton, Ben Pisa, and Tamara Russell were selected to the 2016 Phi Theta Kappa All-Academic Team. This is a statewide honor that recognizes qualities that include outstanding academic performance, community service, and leadership. In addition to PTK honors, Ms. Russell received a prestigious scholarship and internship from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. She was also a Silver Scholar recipient of a Coca-Cola Foundation scholarship. Under the guidance of our many honors enrichment program faculty, kudos to you, 10 honors students made presentations at the statewide annual Honors Student Research Conference at UC Irvine earlier this year. 2 of these presenters, Tamara Russell and Rumbi Mashanga, received Exemplary Achievement Awards at the conference. Additionally, Ms. Mashanga earned 3rd place in the science category of the poster competition. Also, of very significant note, Ms. Terry Tomlinson earned the Honors Conference Director's Award for the top state abstract, and her award also included a scholarship. Let's take a moment to congratulate these outstanding students. You may have also noticed that some of our graduates are wearing gold tassels and other special regalia this evening. These items acknowledge the distinction that they have earned through their scholastic achievement. For students graduating with distinction, or with GPAs between 3.5 and 4.0, they have a gold tassel hanging from their caps. For students graduating with a GPA of 3.5 or higher and who participated in the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, they have a gold tassel with a key hanging from their caps. And students graduating with a GPA of 4.0, perfection throughout their academic time so far, have a gold medallion. Will these special graduates please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. As Dr. Schultz pointed out, MSJC is also home to an amazing group of faculty. First, I would like to recognize 3 retiring faculty members. You have provided outstanding learning and achievement opportunities for our students. You have also contributed to Mount San Jacinto College in countless other ways, and the college is grateful for your outstanding service. If you are present this evening, I ask that you please stand when I call your name. Dr. Yvonne Atkinson, English. Please remain standing. Dr. Richard Rowley, Communications. And Colleen Saunders, faculty member and chair of MSJC's Diagnostic Medical Sonography Program. It has been an honor to work with you during my short time here. And for all of us at MSJC, let me say that you will be missed. Thank you. And please remain standing. And now I'd like to ask that all our outstanding, dedicated faculty please stand. As Vice President of Instruction, it has been my great pleasure to work with you this year, and I have the honor tonight of sharing some of your outstanding achievements with those in attendance tonight. First, at our recent annual employee recognition reception, we honored this year's Faculty of the Year. The two honorees are Tamara Smith, History, and Michelle Harper, Child Development and Education. You were recognized for your exemplary service, leadership, and dedication to our students, the college, and the community, and I convey my most heartfelt congratulations to you. The outstanding work of our MSJC faculty, however, does not end there. For these educators serve on state boards, write books, publish in journals and periodicals, exhibit their work in galleries, and present their findings at prestigious conferences. For example, Professors Eric Oslins and Christina Yamanaka directed our honors program this year. It resulted in student achievement that can only be described as outstanding, as well as state-level recognition of MSJC as a leader in honors programs. The effort included not only these two great educators, but a number of other MSJC faculty who support honors. In addition, Professors Suzanne Ewell, David Moss, and Ronald Newman ran a great forensics program this year that culminated with an open speech contest at the Menifee Valley campus in May. My compliments to you as well. On an individual level, I'd like to tell you about some more faculty and what they're doing when they're not teaching you. From the art department, John Seed published Artist Statements of the Old Masters. He exhibited this book as well as his other work at Stanford University. From the philosophy department, Tom Donovan published a book, Dialectic of Enlightenment as Sport. Not only is it a great achievement, but it featured cover art by an MSJC student. From the psychology department, Anjanette Oberg received the Hayward Award. This was given for her excellence in teaching, as well as professional activities, and her demonstrated commitment to students, her profession, and the college. Please join me in recognizing all of these outstanding faculty. Also, please let me congratulate all of our outstanding faculty. I thank you for your tireless, commendable dedication to our students. Thank you. Please be seated.